You don't get heaven or hell. Do you know the only reward you can't be Batman? You get to be Batman.
Hi, this is Roy from CRI here, and you're listening to Comic Review India. So let's go through it. And I want to give you a straight up stories and review from different books. There are some in my collections as well, which I'm going to show you after this episode or at the end of this episode, so you can just get a good idea of the cost in India, as well as you can compare it to the original cost. So let's get to it. So today's book that we're going to discuss about is Batman False Faces, written by Brian K. Vaughan, is rated at 3.3 in Goodreads. But today I will be reading all the different stories and I will be giving rating to each and every one of them. Plus I will be rating this book as a total as well. So let's get to it. Brian K. Vaughan is an American comics book and television writer, best known for comic book series Why the Last Man, Ex Machina, Runaways, Pride to Baghdad, Saga, and most recently Paper Girls. He also written Lost, Lost, one of the most famous episodes, and he had started writing from season 3 to season 5. So you can just go and check it out as well. So this comics book, as I was talking about, False Faces. It contains 160 pages and it's published by DC on 6th February 2008. It collects Batman issue 588 to 590, Detective Comics 787, Wonder Woman Comics issue 160 to 161, and Batman Gotham City Secret Files issue 1. So this book is a very average book dealing with identity crisis of Batman and 3 more different stories, each of them dealing with some good and some bad attributes. There are a lot of 4 stories. There are 4 stories and with 1 incomplete one. Alright. So let us get to it. Alright. So the first story is called Close Before Striking. Art done by Scott Daniels and color by Patrick Martin. As I was telling about, the artwork is really awesome. The story is the best of the lot, defining the crisis of Batman. That's the identity crisis of Batman and his alter ego Marcus Malone. This is a good storybook and you can go through it. You will love it, I will say it. There are different loops, twists, and the story. Let's just give you a little bit of spoiler. Yeah, Batman kinda kills someone. Okay, anyway, so there are some significant twists and turns. The main villain is Scarface and Ventriculous. It's a fun ride and I hope you will like it. I will rate it at 4.5. The next one is known as Mimsy You at the Borgos. Oh yes. So this story the cover art of the story is by Tim Sale and colored by Mark Schiavello. This is a very good story, I will say. It's a moderate story. Let it be moderate. Yeah. This also have some twisted story up the sleeves, but it's some mind-boggling tricks of Mad Hatter. You can see throughout the story. Story is not really big. It's a small one, and it deals with Mad Hatter and Doctor who was treating him in Arkham. So I won't be saying a lot about this, but it's an okay story, and I would be giving it a rate at 3.5. The next up is the third tale, A Piece of You. This is the Wonder Woman and Clayface. This is more a black and white thing. Some contexts are there, but still the story is not really overwhelming. And of course, you will find the clone sister of Wonder Woman here as well, Donna. I guess you have heard of Donna and Diana, alright, but you will still get the idea from where Donna arrived. The origin story is also mentioned over here. So for the cover story, I will have another video, but now let's talk about the comics. So this story has ups and downs. Overall, I will rate it at 3.5. Okay, so here I come to the final part of a story, and the final chapter of this book is called Skullduggery. Alright, so the thing I want to tell about this story, it's not enough. The story is enticing as far as I can say that the story revolves around new villain who imitated Joker, Riddler, and Mr. Freeze. But that thing is a story. That story is incomplete. One thing that I can say, this is one of the incomplete stories which I really liked. It's quite difficult to say that this have awesome story or not, but and I don't know that they will be completing the character or not, because Brian K. Vaughan wanted to write more stories for Batman, but later on he was involved in some other books like Why the Last Man and Saga, and it is quite unsettling to just read the first few pages of the story with a cliffhanger, but I can tell you that yes, it's worthwhile of your time. I personally like this idea of this new villain, and I hope someday even Vaughan may continue this story again. In fact, I will try to rate it at 4. I guess maybe I'm expecting more out of it, but still, it's incomplete. So here we are with the review of Batman False Faces by Brian K. Vaughan, and this time I will be showing you the book. Hello folks, so I just told you that I'm going to show you the book, so here's the book, alright, and I'm going to give you some straight up review. I will give you the review. I already told you everything about the book. So here's the book in front of you, so you can check it. The spines are over here. I got it. It's costing me 500 rupees in India. The actual cost of it goes around 16.9 USD. See over here in the back. Except that this book have really nice pages, right? And cover arts. You can see this over here. The page quality is quite good and it's glossy. So yeah, just have a nice finish. I kind of like the book, and as I told you that I'm gonna give you a straight up rating from my side. So the whole book is, I can give it a 2.8. Alright, it's a little bigger than many other books that I read, and I kind of like the first story and the last one. I just like the idea of them. So yeah, that's the review for today. So stay tuned for more. Do like, share and subscribe the video and hit the bell icon to keep yourself notified. Plus, please leave a comment below with your valuable feedback so we can improve our performance and you may love it the next time you see it. That's all folks, and stay tuned for the next time.